Bill Walton redefined the center position with his unique combination of scoring, rebounding, and uncanny passing ability. He led Portland to an NBA title in 1977, won league MVP a year later, and capped off his career with another championship with Boston in 1986.
And we're looking at Bill Walton, the premier center of the Portland Trail Blazers.
Well, it's just a shame that Bill had health issues and had to have his ankles fused. As far as knowing the game and playing the center position and having probably some of the greatest timing ever for being able to block shots, shoot the basketball. He could shoot the ball from 18 feet and in exceptionally well, could score inside, could block shots, incredible at getting a rebound and kicking it out to start the break, and just really understood and knew the game.
I go back to Bill. I think about Bill when Bill played against Memphis, when he played against my teammate Larry Keenan, and I think he was perfect. Bill might have went 10 for 10, 11 for 11 in that game, and I think it really established him to who he really was going to be as a pro basketball player, and he ended up winning one. He ended up becoming the MVP of the league. So, Bill was one of those special guys that just knew how to play.
I knew about him before he went to UCLA. I was very close to Jim Wood, stayed in touch with him. And one day we were having a discussion, and Wooden says to me, he said that Walton, when he was in San Diego in high school, that Denny Crum, who was the assistant coach for UCLA, went down to watch him. And he came back and told Wooden, I just saw the best high school center I've ever seen. And not a lot of people knew him at that point.
Bill, when he was at UCLA, I had his picture on my wall. So of course my wife tells him, I'm trying to be cool, and there's Bill Walton. My wife Lynn says to him, yeah, Kevin's got your picture, and a picture of you on his wall. And I'm like, oh, geez, I'm like, yeah, I did, okay. He was like one of my idols,
I've never coached a better player. I've never coached a better competitor, and I've never coached a better person than Bill Walton.
Everyone acknowledges that he was a great player, but Bill was a team leader. He loved basketball, and to this day loves basketball. He loved to play. He was a fierce competitor who wanted only to win. So his attitude at practice, in the locker room, during the game was everything that a coach could ask for.
9:30 to go. Walton on the lob. Oh, he got it in! Bill Walton got it in! Torczyk and Gross on a sequence for the Blazers. Walton again, twice at the basket.
When healthy, Bill Walton was the most dangerous center that I was around out at the free throw line for a couple of reasons. Number one, he could carve you up with his passing ability. And number two, if you sloughed off to clog the lane down by the baseline, he was a very good shooter.
He can do so many things for a man 6'11".
Bill Walton's next act following an iconic basketball career in college didn't play out the way most thought it would.
Well, when you talk about Bill Walton and his career, it's really bittersweet. We'll get to the bitter first. I mean, he had just chronic ankle issues, multiple surgeries. It makes you wonder what if. What if he had been healthy his entire career? What kind of career would he have had? One of the all-time greats, even with the injuries, but without the injuries, he could have been just right through the roof. But now we'll talk about the sweet. Before those injuries, he was a classic big man, great court vision. The offense ran through him, good defender. In 1977, he beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the Western Conference Finals, then went to the NBA Finals against Philadelphia 76ers. Portland fell behind 0-2. He led the comeback, averaged 19 points, 18 rebounds in that series, Finals MVP. And the next year in a row, he was even better. The Portland Trail Blazers started 50-10. And that's when the injury started, and he would never be the same.
But then we have the reinvention of Walton when he came to Boston and found a new role with that system.
Well, he came there as a sixth man. He could only play about 20 minutes a night anyway, but it was perfect for him. In that first year with the Celtics, 1985-86, he won the Sixth Man Award. That's pretty good. Why not? And he joined a classic Celtics lineup. Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish. It was probably the best NBA team ever. 1985-86 Celtics story team.
Story team indeed. That team went 40-1 at home, one of the best ever to do it.
Y'all need to go back and watch him play in college. And then he goes to Portland and wins a championship, beat Julius Erving and them, the Philadelphia 76ers. Got hurt early and became an ultimate team player. And Larry and them loved him because they knew that, you know, he came to cheer them on, okay? And, you know, with his experience and his knowledge helped them, you know, gain another championship. But I love Bill Walton, love Bill Walton.